We are back! Yes! With some more Train Simulator Classic. Right, and it's yet again another request video. And, okay, so today's request video has come from Lou Koza with a comment on my recent video. So, he has suggested doing the West Coast Mainline North, which I bought recently in the sale at the beginning of the month. His original request was to go from Preston to Glasgow Central, but however it's not part of the West Coast Mainline North DLC that I have. I think, and he thinks it might have featured on the Preston might have featured on the West Coast Main Line over Shap. So we will be doing a Carlisle to Glasgow Central. So we will be crossing the border. Okay, we've done it previously when we went from Newcastle to Edinburgh. We'll be doing it on the other side of the country this time. Right, he specifically said make it British summertime, but use the standard weather of rain. So we've got some rain here. I'm tempted to make it stormy just to see whether should we make it stormy? Yeah, fuck it, let's make it stormy. So we've got rain and we've got dark thunder clouds and yeah, an average sort of everyday sort of run-of-the-mill British summer. Right, so we'll make it a bit later in the day. We'll make it midday, so it'll start getting darker. Well, I don't know how long this takes actually. No, it should be all right. Okay, so yeah, we'll leave it at midday. Right. Okay. Yes. The other thing is, I'm not too spoilt for choice on the livery, so I've got I think the BR blue, so or just the normal class 55, but I think they're both blue anyway. Okay, well I'll try it without the BR blue. Let's just see what we get. Right, okay, because the picture doesn't tell us. I've got a feeling it's going to be blue with a yellow nose, but we'll see. Right, let's get this underway. I can stop at any station I like, so I'll have a look on the HUD, and if I see a station that I like the name of or I recognise, then I may stop there or I may not. So we'll just see how it goes. Right, let's get this going. Right, here we are. Christ almighty, it's absolutely pissing down. Right, let's have a look at our livery. And yes, it's blue with a yellow nose, but okay, the Fife Popper Yeomanry. Okay, we've got 8 carriages, and the weather is disgusting, and it's windy, and it's friggin' horrible. Right. So let's just do a bit of cab setting up. First things first, let's put the wipers on. On and off, we've got no fast and slow, but yeah, that should just about do us there. Right, let's get some lights going if possible. AWS reset, no, that's not lights, is it? That's the all. Yeah, the bleeding lights. I remember this last time I struggled to find the lights. L and H, let's have a look outside. H, oh, okay. There we go, we'll do it like that. Not that it'd probably make a hell of a lot of difference. Right, okay. Let's press T and we'll let the cunts on. And while we're doing that, we'll set our reverser up. That's our train brake. We use the loco brake. Reverser is... oh, I can't tell what it is. forward. There we go. We'll do an AWS reset anyway. Okay, right. I think we are ready to go. Right, let's start moving. Right, let's angle that up a bit more so we can see a bit more what we go. Right, we are in a 20 mile an hour zone. But not for long. Okay, right, so we're a bit careful of the speed for the next tenth of a mile or so. Okay, just for a little bit here. God, it seems like we're really high up, doesn't it? Oh, it just feels it. Yeah, it feels like we're really high up. Not zoomed in too much. No. Interesting. Right, okay, next signal's green. Yeah, thank you. Right, we're now on the 60. Wheel slip. Good old weather. Oh, we're going to be up to 95 in a minute. Let's see if we can... God, yeah. Now, would this be good use for the sander? I've got no idea how we activate that, or even if it's available. I might have to change the old... this. Pop the sander on. See if we can give it some full throttle. When we get up to 60 and then to 90. Or 95. So yeah, the theme of this is HST 1960 style, which means we won't be hitting 150 with a vomit-inducing tilt mechanism. Right, let's sander off and see if we've done enough to avoid wheel slippage. I think we're good now. For now, anyway. So this is a bit of a long one. This is 100 miles. Oh, and we're back with wheel slip again. Let's sand it down. We've got a 100 limit coming up now. I think this can do 100. Well, we'll see. We're still heading up to 95, so we've got another 8 miles an hour to go. Bloody hell. Okay, we're at 95, well, just under. And then we can go up to the big old ton. There's a neutral section coming up that we don't care, we're under our own power. No, we're rattling along pretty well here. What if you can run out of sand? Oh, stick it around 11%. See, we need a little bit more than that. Yeah, I'll have to find out the shortcut key for the sander. Well, no, it's not S, that's for sure. Oh, we're 125 coming up. Let's see if this thing can get up to that. Right, had to do a quick jump cut there. Some bloody charity workers knocking on my door, wanted me to sign up to a standing order. Yep, they swiftly moved on to next door. Right, come on, let's get this baby up to 125. Probably will need some sand. Not yet. I don't know what the max speed is of this. But we're going to see. We're going to push it to its limits anyway. Because we are towing quite a lot. Well, 107, let's have a look in the cab, see if there's a maximum speed thing anywhere. Oh, there it is, 100. There we go. Driver's mate seat. Mind you, we're down 110 in a minute. And then we are down to 95. So I'm not going to go too bad on the acceleration there. Right, okay, so let's just come off the throttle for a minute. Right, it's not for long. Then we'll be straight back up to 120. Haven't seen many stations en route, have we? So far. We've still got another 90 odd miles to go. There's Motherwell. Well, I think we'll stop at Motherwell if it's on the way. Which I'm sure it is. Right. Let's get ready with the sand. Will that count as an operational error when I had the wheels slip? Well, we'll find out at the end, won't we? Right, we're going uphill a bit. Kirkpatrick Fleming down. That rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah, these wipers need a speed control on them, don't they? Need to go a bit faster. Cove LC down Main. Okay. Well, that said 100 on it, didn't it? Oh. Hopefully it won't be one of those invisible speed limits. There we go, that's a nice whistle with a little toot at the end. Yeah, this is absolutely rocketing along for an old rust bucket. No wonder they've got those preservation societies for them, they're great, aren't they? I think we're not going to get much faster than this, are we? I can't remember when I ran it before, if we got the opportunity to go full throttle for a while. There we go. Let's do a little bit of trackside. Look at that weather. Not see much smoke puffing out of it. As we go along, we're going to hit 125. Okay, let's see some down on the ground ones, if possible. Yeah, they all seem to be like a drone eye view, don't they, at the moment? Right, that was the 125 sign. Now that's more like it. There you go, you can see the smoke blowing all over the place because of the stormy, horrible weather we're in. Right, let's get back behind the... I was about to say the wheel there. Back behind the throttle. Okay, so we've done about 15 odd miles, maybe more. Was it 100 or 110? Oh, well, I don't know. We've got 84 to go. So we're going uphill on a 1 in 200 at the moment. So we might drop a mile an hour or two. Well, we're at 115. That's not really going to affect us, is it? Coming up, no sign of a station. There's plenty of houses. I'll just have to be a bit more observant. We may just be on the avoiding line in a few cases, but I've not noticed any stations. Lots of viaducts and bridges and all sorts of things. Not a single concrete jungle as far as the eye can see. Right, that's where we dropped to 115. And we didn't get an AWS alert for that. Well, it's not really a significant drop, is it? But as soon as we sort of get a bit further up the slope here, then we're back to 125. Interesting to see if we start hurtling on a steep downhill gradient, if we can get any more speed out of her. I don't know if we can see inside the passenger cabin. Let's have a look. No, just see the back of the thing here. Right, we are on a completely flat gradient now. Okay, and we are... Is that a train up ahead, that light there? Or is it a flashing signal? That's a flashing signal. Now, doesn't that mean we've got a diversion, or we're gonna go through points or something like that? Well, there's no speed changes on here that I can see. Let's see what the next signal shows us. I'm not really going to be able to brake by the time I can see it, so I may get a SPAD error. Ah, there's a 40 coming up. Right, okay. Let's do a bit of... that's what that was all about. Let's go full circle. Oh, I think that's a bit too overkill. Well over my right. Lockerbie. Should we stop at Lockerbie? Yeah, we'll stop at Lockerbie. Pick out some free luggage that's strewn around the fields. Yeah, it's braking a bit early there. Yeah, I couldn't remember how good these brakes were. But there, we braked a bit early. Better than speeding through the 40 mile an hour zone at 90. Oh shit! Wasn't paying attention there. Ugh. Yeah, my Xbox controller, which I'm not using, started vibrating. Right, okay. So, yeah, that was 100% my fault, lack of concentration there. So we'll stop off at Lockerbie. This is why there's a 40. Right, I don't think we're going to get a huge amount of this train onto the platform. Well, we might do. One carriage left. There we go, we've got the whole thing on the platform. Okay, here we are, Lockerbie. Well, took a while to stop, didn't it? Right, okay, there's people getting off here. Of all places. I love those old slam door carriages. Right, that's them all shut. Right, be ready with the sander. And we can go all the way to 125. we'll keep it sanding until we get to about 85, 90. I think it's going to take us too long to get up to that sort of speed. Right, halfway there already. Right, we're all on a downhill. That should... Oh no, we're not. It's absolutely flat as a battery. I'm just about to go the Drive Water Viaduct down Main. Right, well, we'll see if we can get an external view for that. Okay, I'm looking for this viaduct that we're going to be on. I don't see nothing yet. Was that it? Oh, yeah, it's tiny. Went over a stream. Ah. Right, we can turn the sand off now. Right, we will... So, hang on. Lockerbie's in Scotland. We must already be in Scotland, right? Okay. I didn't see the old sign that you get on the East Coast. Yeah, the East Coast main line. Doesn't mean it isn't there. I just probably wasn't paying enough attention. Right, we are on a slight downhill now. Dinwoody down. What this needs is a nice sort of map, overhead map, and you can zoom out and just see where you are, what part of the country you're at. I know it does have... Oh, there we go. We get the first class view. Love it. So we have this, don't we? Oh no, that's just a free camera. And there's that. Yeah. That's leaning out the window. As when I was at school, we had a representative from British Rail who told us horror stories of kids who'd leaned their heads out the window and ended up being decapitated, and all sorts of other hilarious, fun family tales like that. Whamfrey. the more deeper into Scotland we go, the sort of more unpronounceable the sort of landmarks are and the zones are. So yeah, we're back at 108 on a absolutely flat surface. I don't think we're going to get any more speed out of this thing. We are chewing through the miles though, 68 miles to go. So, track, change the side of the track, set of points there. There we go, look, not a building in sight. There we go, we are in the middle of nowhere. There's a little stream there. You won't be getting any rainbow trout in that. I think it was a little bit small. Oh, there's a road of some sorts there, but where does it go? Ah, some farm buildings and a farmhouse. There was a little bit of life out here then. Yeah, we're on a 1 in 200 uphill now. But this thing doesn't appear to drop any speed. I probably don't even need to be going full throttle for it to maintain 108. But if we go through any stations, I want them to hear the Deltic engine rumble. Well, it's not really a rumble, it's a... How would you describe it? It's a roar, really, isn't it? Oh, I did a whistle there, I missed. One thing I do like doing on some of these trains, once I worked out how to do it, unlike in a previous video, I do like starting them all off from cold and dark. 205 was one I tried to do that in the halfway through a run, halfway through a route, and I turned it off, and I struggled to get the thing started again, and so I had to off camera work out how to do it. But it is good fun, especially watching from outside as the thing starts up. Sadly, you don't tend to get that with a lot of non-Armstrong Powerhouse Loco DLCs. So I'd like to be able to do it on this, the Class 37, the Class 158, 153 or 155 if I ever get them. That'd be good. God, we're getting bumped around. I could have derailed there. Or even one of me HST diesels. Mind you, this is supposedly an HST, isn't it? I mean, it's doing 104. I mean, we have dropped a little bit, but we are on a 1 in 80 uphill sort of wheeze at the moment. But we're still well over the maximum operating speed. And look, we've got 115 when we sort of get a bit further up. Yeah, starting them all up. Now, one DLC and Loco I would get, which is totally against my normal taste, because I tend to like 100 in there. I tend to like sticking with the British ones, and especially the ones I know and I've been on. But there's a film I like called The Cassandra Crossing, and that sort of is mainly based, well, 95% of it is based on a train. And they go, I'm pretty sure they go from Austria or Italy, but they go up through the Alps. And there's a scene where a helicopter is flying. And the helicopter is trying to airlift some passengers off, and a dog. But the scenery there was amazing. And the helicopter had to sort of do an emergency ascent and turn just before the train went into a tunnel through the Alps. So I'd like, if it's available, that DLC route and that train, or something very similar, that class of train. So I'm going to have to do a bit of homework, but anyone's watching and knows exactly what I'm on about, then please write in the comments. And I will look out for that, and hopefully at the end of the month, Halloween sale. As I say, I'm not normally that fussed about getting non-UK trains and routes, but I've got to get that one, haven't I? Knowing that Richard Harris is in one of the first class cabins, and he's going to blow the fuck out of the train using pure O2 tanks and yeah, I mean, if you've seen the film, you know it. So I don't think it'd be very difficult to find a free version of that somewhere, because it's quite an old film. It's done in the mid-70s, I think, with when all the other disaster films were being knocked out, dozen a year. It wasn't an Owen Allen one, from what I remember. But it was like most 70s disaster films. It had a big ensemble cast. Richard Harris, Sophia Loren, Martin Sheen, good old OJ was in it. Yeah, great film. Well, Burt Lancaster was in it as well. Right, 90s we got the hill. I think we can still apply a little bit of throttle and still maintain it. 1 in 75 now. Oh yeah, Beatox Summit. Right, does that mean it's going to be downhill all the way from them? So we'll be coasting down, with maybe even a bit of braking. Well, we've got 110 coming up, and it does look like that is the top of the hill there at the summit. I mean, who'd have thought it? An area called the summit is actually the top of the hill. I mean, wonders will never cease, will they? Oh, yeah, that was a bit lucky, wasn't it? Got that in the nick of time. Okay, right, so we're on a totally flat surface, And we're about to do 110 and then get a steep hill. Let's see if we can, how near to 110 we can get. Using the maximum thrust of this loco with a bit of help from Isaac Newton. Right, and here we go. Look, we're increasing speed already. Let's get ready just in case. Oh, we're going to overtake that good old red bus, the notoriously fast bus. Right, 105. Oh, we'll be levelling off in a minute. 1 in 100. 108. 109. Come on, can we do it? Oh! We did it. We got 109. Yeah, the hill we're on is not so steep now. Yeah. I think we peaked at 109. I should have carried on. I just didn't want to lurch through to 111. I was a little bit overly cautious there, but already got a couple of speedings on this trip anyway. Oh, it's a sharp old turn, isn't it? 105 coming up. Oh, braking is required because we're still going downhill. Albeit a rather obtuse 1 in 150. Well, we'll set it to coast. We'll give the engine a little breather and see if we do lose anything. Otherwise we'll just put a slight bit of braking on. I think we might actually lose it in time, will we? Yeah, here we did. We're just ready to stick the brakes on there. Right, let's see if we can get back up to 105. Oh well, we've got 90 coming up again. So we might as well coast, save a bit of wear and tear on the engine and the brakes. Although I probably will have to use them. Abington Down coming up. Yeah, I think we're going to have to use a little bit of brakes here. Not for long, then we're back at 105. And then 120. Nice. So we get over this 105 bit and then we can just keep the throttle fully pushed forward. Obviously at this speed there's no need for any sand. We should not be getting wheel slippage just as we get wheel slippage. That was a well sort of predicted there, wasn't it? Right, so we can get away without it. So yeah, still got, even at that speed, it's still got a lot of torque on it. No good on a wet rail. Okay, we're downhill. We're almost at maximum speed. I'm only in a 1 in 300, so I doubt we'll get over 108. Haven't seen any intermediate stations at all. There's been only the 2 tracks, so there's been no sort of express routes that bypass the stations. From what I've seen. And we've got 125 coming up. Not that's going to make a scrap of difference. God, we really have made some progress. Only 39 miles to go. It seems like a lot, but when you're going at this speed, you get through them pretty bloody quick. That's exactly what I'd be doing, just gazing out the window. I'd have my laptop set up there. Obviously the Deltic and its passenger carriages, obviously they all came with Wi-Fi and USB charging ports. Of course they did. Let's do some more trackside drone footage. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh yeah, a great view that was in that bridge. Right, I'll start seeing some more sort of suburban style buildings. So it won't be long before we are in amongst some proper residential areas. There we go. It looks like a quarry or something there. Oh, look, we are at 111. There we go. We've set our own, or my own speed record for this loco. 112, and we're still going because we're still on a downhill. Oh, well, no, we're not. We've levelled off now. So I imagine that speed will drop off. Unless this will maintain. Yeah, it's starting to drop. So it dropped down 108. Yeah, 112 miles an hour in a Deltic with 8 coaches full of passengers. There we go. Is that a record or what? Of course it isn't. But it's still pretty impressive. Right, leg at foot. Right, we've got 110 mile an hour coming up. We would have had to brake for that a couple of miles ago. And 100, so we will have to ease off there. We'll probably coast to that. It's not for a mile and a third. So we'll get past this 110 and see if we can gracefully lose the oh well, there we go. We've got a 19 of 40. So I will apply a little bit of braking because of that 40, but I'll give it a minute. We're still well over a mile away. Obviously there's some points coming up. Yes. Fucking hell. We need to brake a bit harder. Full service brakes. Bloody hell. Oh, I think we might speed. Yeah, we are. Not for long, no. Yeah, just ever so slightly sped there. So we are avoiding this station, whatever it is. We've got an amber light there, single. But is that because we're going to be going around some points, or is there going to be a red signal? I mean, this is... yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a red, from what I saw. Okay, right. Let's get the sand out. Carstairs, North Junction, down Main. Okay, Carstairs, eh? red lights everywhere, but not for us. I bet I do have a spad. I mean, obviously I missed it through not being observant enough, but... Lanark Junction down Main, and Cleghorn down Main. Right, so we are at 100 miles an hour, the limit, so we won't be able to go full throttle for the foreseeable. I'll get to about 90, I'll turn the sand off. Right, let's turn it off now. And we'll just try and keep the throttle balanced so that we stick to the ton. Right, oh, it's 95 very shortly. That's all greens. I can't tell if we're on a downhill or an uphill. Mind you, look, back to a ton, just over a mile. Oh, I'm not sure what my performance is going to be on this. I'm still not convinced about that. Well, the possibility where I may have run a red light. Blown through a red light, as they say in America. However, let's go back to the ton. Yeah, we're downhill now, so we're going to be a little bit careful here. So 9% throttle. We are picking up speed. Well, we're on the downhill, but even so. Right, Carlisle. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not stopping it there. I've never heard of it. It's got a stupid fucking name. Apologies to anyone who may live there and is proud of the fact they live there. We're still picking up speed. Let's drop it to 5 and see what happens. We do seem to bounce off the track, sort of kangaroo it a bit, don't we? So speed just sort of jumps up and jumps down. Right. We're on a 1 in 100. Then we're at 0% throttle. We're going to go through Carlisle with the engine idling, but at maximum line speed. Now, as it stands, I'm going to have to brake to get this 90. Not a lot, I hope. Then we got 80. Law down, mate. Should get an AWS notification. $80, $70, $60, $70. Yeah, lots of points here. That's probably why. So we'll brake down to 60. We'll target 60, not 70. God. Picking up speed, still moves downward. Oh well, look, we got a 105 coming up, and the neutral section coming up. Yeah, it's these big old curves here. Yeah, it's all these twisties. Right, we've got a nice little hill to get up to 105. I reckon, yeah, it won't take us long to get there. Not on this 1 in 100 downward hill there. Christ. Shieldmore. Oh, fucking yeah. I ain't stopping there either, but I'm not going to bypass the opportunity to go through it at a ridiculous speed with an overhead camera view. I'm not going to be able to make the engine roar because I'm almost at the speed limit, and I think I might have to do a bit of controlled braking with this downward gradient here. I don't know, 103 is not bad. Right, Motherwell. Let's stop at Motherwell. I did say I would. Braked a little bit too early there, so I've eased off on the brakes. Make a better passenger comfort experience. Yeah, look at this. It's a stark contrast of what we've been used to this route. We've got concrete jungle proper now. So, how big's this platform? We're going to get the whole thing on it. Well, I think we should. Let's just come off that for a sec. We've got half a carriage to go. So it'll stop near the end. There we go, we're fully on it. Right. Off you get. They got doors open, so people are getting on because they want to go to Glasgow. They're fucking brave. See all this lot shut at the same time. Because that's happens a lot in real life on the slam door trains. Oh, it's slow pulling away, isn't it? Right, so we can go up to 90. We've got 12 miles to Glasgow, which would be our next and final stop. And then we'll be at 95. So I reckon about 10 minutes and we will be at our final destination. Orviston Viaduct. Okay. So will this be going over the Clyde or something like that, will it? No, we'll have a look when we get there. Or will it be going over a piddly little stream? Right, got 95 zone. We're at 70. Just ease off on that so I can take a look. Ugh. I suppose that's slightly more than a stream, but not much. I don't know, halfway between a stream and a small river. And we're still picking up speed whilst idling the throttle, so we will be doing some braking in a minute, especially as we've got to slow down to 90. Right, Uddingston, platform 1, we will not be stopping there. Right, we're not going downhill so much there, so we're going a little bit slow. But we probably won't be going it much faster now, because in 9 miles we'll be at Glasgow Central. Here we go through Uddingston. They don't jump in Scotland, do they, when you do that? They just... noisy cunt. Right, all down to 80. Right, we'll lose that naturally, I think, if possible. Which we probably won't. Cambuslang, is that how you pronounce that? Yeah, we couldn't quite lose it naturally. Still picking up a slight bit of speed here. Oh, we've got 75 coming up now. That's sort of 80 miles an hour is fast. So after going like 108 for most of the journey, it doesn't feel that fast now, especially as it still seems that we're quite high up here. Right, as we go through the Rutherglen Junction. Take that, you prick. Right. 75 with 4.2 miles to go. As we go through Rutherglen, but not the platform. I don't even know if there is a station at Rutherglen, but we're in the area if there is. Maybe that's it there. Is that it? No. That's just a road. Yeah, look, I am a lot higher up compared with the passengers, see? Right, let's give it a little bit of welly here because we dropped a couple of miles an hour there. 3 miles to go, and look, we've got a 30 coming up. We haven't been that slow for a little while. We probably have. It just feels like fucking ages. Larkfield Junction, then down to 25. Then we must be heading towards our final stop. Oh, we should get an AWS alert. Yeah, look, 25 then 20. Oop. God, the old Xbox controller is rumbling away. Maybe he was a bit too keen on the brakes there. Oh yeah, it's when we go over points. Right, and 25 and then 20. And I'm going to make a shrewd guess there's going to be an invisible 15. I don't know for certain, but I've been caught out with it a couple of times recently. Right, and there we go, look. There is Glasgow Central in all its glory. Right, well, it says 20 on the tracks. There's no 15s there, so should we take a chance? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It indicates 15. So no, I don't remember doing that before, and it was still 15. Right, there's our double yellow. We're quite happy with that. Right, and we are just about to go onto the platform, so we'll completely come off the throttle there. Ah, there it is. There was our invisible 15. Fucking knew it. Cunt. Every fucking time. I should have just stuck with my gut instinct there. As soon as you see the platform, 15. Right. That's pretty much all the train on the platform. We'll get a bit closer to the buffers there. There's none on the other side. We're not that close, are we? Ah, fucking do. Right. Off you get. And here we are. At Glasgow. Glasgow Central, and we're on platform 10. And these people are getting off. One of them's walking actually in the gap between the train and the platform that you're supposed to mind. That he's floating on air down the length of it. Right, okay, that brings us to the end of this scenario. So let's have a look and see how many horrific errors we encountered. Okay, 1 of 1 targets complete. Speeding 3 times, and we did get some wheel slippage things there, but look, not even 1% of the time, so yeah. Passenger freight comfort level exceeded 0% of the time, so that's not an error, is it? Fucking hell. Wheel slippage point, yeah, that's not even 1%, so fucking fussy, petty twat. Right, okay. There we go. So yeah, that was a hour and 19 minutes. And remember, if you know about the Cassandra crossing questions I had, then please feel free to put it in the comments. And we will wrap things up there, and we will see you on the next one.